How many people feel like they're underappreciated? There are several occupations and jobs in the world that do not give credit that they deserve. There are holidays such as Secretary's Day, Boss's Day, and President's Day. Have you ever heard of Zookeeper Day, Nursing Assistant's Day, Military Spouse Day, or Military Brat Day? The answer is no. Most of these occupations are extremely difficult and do not have the recognition they deserve. Everyone hears about how hard it must be to be in the military and all the sacrifices that the members of the military face. Most do not understand the sacrifices that military families face. There are several sacrifices that military spouses and families are faced with. There's a saying in the military network that the families are also serving. This is definitely true. I am a military wife. I've seen and been tested as the sacrifices are constant. We hear about daddies who miss the birth of their children. What about the wife who is in labor without their husband holding their hand? Infants are not capable of making the vital bond when they are halfway around the world. I know that a pregnancy without a spouse is difficult. I'm currently in that for a second time. My first son met his father when he was 4.5 months old. Yes, my husband missed out on, but so did my son and myself. We all made the sacrifice of bonding as a family. When military members are serving overseas, they leave their families at home to continue to try and function normally. When one parent is away, the other parent is required to fill the void. When daddy is away, mommy learns how to use tools and make home repairs. When it is the mommy who is away, the daddy learns how to make team snacks, fix hair, and paint fingernails. There are so many challenges when it comes to playing mommy and daddy. The parent who has to play both is at a constant breaking point, but cannot show it to the children. Holidays. These are a huge sacrifice for all who are serving in the military. Children have birthdays, Thanksgiving, Christmases without two parents present. Depending on the situation at the particular duty station, some members of the military can come home for the holiday or around it, but then leave it again. Often, others are forced to stay in their new home and celebrate with their fellow service members. When holidays roll around, emotions are amplified. Children and spouses are forced to continue traditions as well as possible and pretend that they are okay. When a service member is deployed, sometimes the spouse can move with them. This requires a civilian to leave everyone and everything they have ever known. When you move to a new state or country, you're lonely. The spouse will have no friends, no support, and no normalcy. Having to meet other spouses and make a military family can be difficult. Celebrating holidays with newly developed military families are difficult. Creating a network to help with children and moral support is nothing compared to the family network you left at home. Several military spouses who are deployed with their loved one are trying to finish completing their life goal. A normal 4-year degree can take 10 years or never be achieved. Completing school while raising a family without support is almost impossible. The service member understands the stress and dedication that is required to be a spouse. Sadly, spouses typically don't understand what will be required of them when entering this lifestyle. Spouses put their life on hold to support their military servicemen or women. If the spouse does obtain their degree, their dream job will remain a dream. Jobs and occupations are hard to come by when you're placed in the middle of nowhere. If you get a degree to become a veteran, you may not be able to obtain a job while living in Japan or Italy. Most American degrees are not held with the same credibility as they are when they're in the United States. Overseas occupations are very limited, and safety plays a majority role in job searching. Most degrees are limited to the geographic area of opportunity, and the military does not consider the spouse's degree plan when giving orders of duty station. Military children, often referred to as brats, are not capable of forming lifelong friends. These children are serving in their own way. They are also affected when moved to a new station every 2 to 4 years. These children are forced to make new friends, attend a new school, learn a new region geographically, and adjust to a constant moving. Military children are stronger than the majority of society gives them credit. Many military spouses are at their breaking point. The daily struggles are very prevalent in their lives, and they do not take little things for granted. Many children know what they have missed when comparing their lives to the movies and others who are around them. Military spouses tend to form a support network that understands their situation. In my network, I have support from Virginia and Sicily. These are friends that understand my struggles, and we listen to each other's frustrations. It's hard to understand a situation fully until you're in that situation. I know that I have constant burdens and heartaches being a military spouse, but I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world because I love my sailor.